really all started, my husband died over 20 years ago, suddenly, of an they said heart attack. It's an aortic aneurysm, so it's sudden and fast, and I was with him. So you can only imagine how devastating that was, and horrible. And I really thought at that time, I didn't know how I was going to be able to survive it. And one of the things, I mean, in the 20 years since then, because we were both very young. So again, it was totally, completely unexpected because he was healthy. It was more of a genetic thing. And, what I learned is that at that time, before 9/11, the grief was never talked about. And even now, I still feel we live in a grief-phobic society, and people don't talk about death. They don't talk about grief. And we're not born with a mental imprint on how to cope with like a devastating loss. It doesn't just have to be the death of a loved one, but any like major life altering loss that just shakes you to your core by its very nature, right, is huge. And how do we know we don't know how to cope because people want to avoid it. They don't want to talk about it. It's like, oh, until it happens to you. And so what I found is even though I'd had other losses in my life, which as a therapist, I can tell you earlier losses impact current losses, but nothing prepared me for this. And it was only because I had a really good circle of support that I got through it. And I also had a really great therapist who helped me.